Hello, everyone. Welcome to Praise the Run, Episode 1. How exciting. Last introduction we had was Episode 0. This is the first official episode of the podcast. I'm Benjamin Lucky, I guess, Ben, or the MrBenShow. I gotta figure out how I'm going to introduce myself. But this is Patrick.
I'm Patrick.
Um, yeah. Holy shit. Um, well, Patrick, starting off, I guess, what are you playing? What new? You were playing some mobile game that you've gotten really into.
Yeah, I've just been playing this mobile game, Mini Farm, and it's pretty. It's the simplest version of like a Stardew Valley or something. You know, you just go around, uh, farming stuff, but there's no like negative consequences. So like, plants aren't dying. You know, animals are stay fed. You just go around and it's just a never-ending game, pretty much. I mean, so far, like, there is upgrades and stuff, and, like, you encounter things, and I don't know. It's cool. It's fun. I've only been playing it a few days, but I like mobile games, so, you know.
Hell yeah. And then you said you were downloading the Turbo Golf whatever game. What was the name?
Oh, yeah, that Turbo Golf Racer, I think is what it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm downloading that now. Well, it finished, like, right before we started this, so I'll probably play that or try it out later or whatever.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm still playing the same thing. Still playing Tony Hawk's Project 8. Just making my way through that.
Yeah.
I meant to get back to Elden Ring this week. I didn't.
No.
I edited Elden Ring. I didn't record any Elden Ring, unfortunately. But yeah, I talked a lot about Project 8 last week, so not really gonna get super in depth in that. But yeah, I still think that game is like probably the best Tony Hawk. Now going back of games beforehand and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
I think that game is super underrated as like one of the best Tony Hawks. It's just like the game is so cool how it's designed. Like, it's still like level based, but like all the levels when you unlock them make an open world.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Like, you go unlock certain sections of the map. There's like the classic things, but like it's also like since it's open world, you just like go up to the goal, and it could be a goal with a time limit, or it could be like a grind challenge or whatever. And yeah, I've just been having a lot of fun with that. Yeah, and that's really it for games. There's a lot of new games that got announced this week.
Yeah.
And a lot of new things that got in a trailer. So that's really the big thing that I really want to talk about this week. I want to pull it up now in the B-roll. Annapurna had their showcase, Annapurna Interactive Showcase, and they announced a bunch of things this week, showed off some, I feel like most of the things that we did see in the thing, we saw in previous things. But we got some updates for starting off with Thirsty Suitors. Thirsty Suitors is a dating sim, cooking thing, skateboarding game, turn-based tactics, like.
All right.
It looks really cool. It's made by the people who made Falconeer.
Okay.
It looks super interesting.
That does look neat. Yeah.
I hope every single mechanic plays well, because there's a lot of different mechanics going on.
Right.
But this game did get announced. I guess it would have been last year at the first one of these. This is the second interactive showcase that they've put on. but yeah, some of the combat and stuff like that. Looks super interesting.
Yeah, it does look cool. Kind of reminds me of Catherine a little bit.
Yeah. The art style's super poppy like that. We got this local skate park, skateboarding through.
That'll be cool, especially if you can just do that like whenever you want. That'd be neat. If that's like a mini game,
Yeah.
that'd still be cool. But I like to just skate around.
Yeah, it seems like that this is going to be like an open town that you'll be able to skate around and everything like that.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like. I don't know if that's 100% confirmed. But yeah, this just looks like a fun time. Game Pass, Series X, coming to everything.
Nice.
Then yeah, the next game is Hindsight. Looks like a slice of life, kind of go through memories of your past to remember people kind of thing. It's not really my type of game. It seems like kind of like a Gone Home or what is, I don't know. I guess Gone Home is like the main thing I think of.
Yeah.
Or Tacoma, which is the other game by that company.
It looks cool. Like I like the. It's definitely like a puzzle game.
Yeah. Very cerebral.
A lot of like fast forward or rewind to find the perfect angle type thing. It reminds me of I can't remember the name of the game, but that's basically all it is. It's just you looking for the right angle for
and mobile. Cardboard Computer. After that, of course, they don't really show off anything. Before that, or actually before we go to Cardboard Computer, go back to Hindsight. I don't want to cut off that. Yeah, I don't understand what the gameplay mechanic is exactly from the trailer they showed.
Yeah.
But it seems like that rewind mechanic is there, where like you're watching a scene play out or a memory play out, or maybe going to a room and then going back to a room later and uncovering secrets.
Yeah.
But it kind of seems like it has a lot of those things. Like maybe we'll have like a memory play out and we go backwards and try to pick things out, but also we'll like be in a room, solve like or have like a little thing and then come back later.
Mm-hmm.
And what was like something hidden?
What was that one game with like the 4-colored marbles that I was playing not too long ago? You're like trying to solve the puzzles. And like you try to get each
Just the witness?
No.
No.
It's like
I have no clue.
I don't know. We talked about it before, but it's kind of like that where like certain puzzles can't be completed unless you like do certain things. I don't know.
Huh.
It's like the certain angles that you look at it, they don't match up unless you find. It's a whole huge puzzle thing, similar puzzle thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably play it. I like those kind of games.
Yeah.
Those puzzly, crazy things. So.
Well, if you like crazy puzzly things, next was Cardboard Computer. And go back to that. Cardboard Computer is the developers that did Kentucky Route Zero, which is an episodic game. I think it's 7 parts. It might be 6 or 5. I'm pretty sure it's 7. It took like over a decade to come out. It's like transmedia, where like it's a video game and like computer videos and like a whole bunch of crazy shit and like things mixed in together to make this experience.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's the team of 3. But this is they didn't show anything new. I don't think this is new stuff. I think this is from Kentucky Route Zero, because that gas station was. I don't think they announced the game that they're working on at the end of this, or at the beginning of this. I think it just said cardboard computer. Yeah, developer spotlight. But yeah, they're announcing they're working on a second game, which is cool, because that other game took forever. Bounty Star is what was it? The morose tale of something. Go back. Too far. God damn it. The morose tale of something. Graveyard Clem.
Nice.
Is a mecha game where it seems like you fight robots. Your mech is covered in blood.
Yeah.
Which is weird because all your enemies are robots, so I don't know where the blood comes from. But it also seems like, yeah, there's like a base building mechanic and stuff. Music. It's done by somebody important, I guess.
He has a name.
Yeah, it looks fun.
I mean, there's things inside of the robots, maybe. That's where the blood's coming from.
Yeah, maybe.
And we gave up on wind power, apparently. We're just like, we're not ever going to repair those.
Dino God is the name of that studio.
Oh, Yarn Owl.
Yarn Owl is a team of two that has been working on a game. They haven't made a game yet, but they don't really announce anything, but it's just a cute little dev diary about them creating the game and then meeting for the first time because they've been creating it online over the pandemic.
That's cool.
Yeah. Mobius appears for a second to say that, hey, Outer Wilds on Switch is taking a minute, but it's still coming. We're still working on it. And then they announce next-gen versions of Outer Wilds.
Nice.
I assume also the DLC will be a part of that, but it's a free upgrade, so that's cool.
Heck yeah.
Next is a whole bunch of updates on other games. We got the Pathless for the next gen update. Also coming to Switch and Xbox. Not Game Pass though. But we got Maquette coming to Game Pass along, I think, Switch as well. And then, or maybe it's Steam. Game Pass and it said it for a second in the thumbnail. Solar Ash coming to Steam and then coming to Game Pass later in the winter. Yeah, and then What Remains of Edith Finch after that, getting a next gen update. I think it's going. I don't think it's a free update. I think it's like straight up like they're remastering it. I'm not. I guess I skipped past that too far. I wish I can get frame by frame on the Xbox. Available now. You can just buy it now.
Oh, nice.
Shadow Drop upgrade now for free. That answers that. That's cool. Another new studio. After that, what's the name of the studio? I don't remember. They're from Germany. Somewhere. Germany. They're working on a game. They don't announce the name of the game, but it's about an old man slice of life thing. Looks like you take pictures and shit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you know, some hipster Annapurna
Right.
slice of life game.
Look at this
Seems
old
on brand.
hipster man. That he just made himself in 40 years.
Yeah.
He's like, what am I going to look like?
Here's this camera that's older than I am.
Right.
After that was this game called Flock. It seems interesting. You ride around on these creatures, and then you go around collecting other creatures to flock with you. And it also has a multiplayer mechanic, it seems like. Let's see if we can get a shot of them flying around together. Yeah, there it is. You get them all to attach.
You can get the sheep to follow you.
And then you can get friends with their flocks.
Flock friends.
And flock around. But I still don't understand what the game is here.
Girl, you want to flock?
You just want to fly around and attract sheep.
You're trying to flock and chill. That's it. That's the whole game. You just go around. It's like open world. It's like that worm game, where you're slowly getting bigger, but there's no competition.
Oh.
You just continue to grow forever.
Well, speaking of that, after that, they announced a remake of the cult classic. I forgot the name of it. It's like Homokun? Made by
great.
Sony Santa Monica, the God of War developers.
Nice.
Or the studio.
It looked awesome.
Yeah, let's see if we can get the Ho-Ho-Kun. But now it's on Steam, and so it's just a remake of that. After that, Uvula announced a new game. No title with it, but it will be the new game created by the Katamari developer. The last game we saw from him was also published by Annapurna, which was Wadham. So it'll be very interesting to see what this game will be. Because Wadham was a very interesting game as well.
That's it. That's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing. More to come. When and where. No name. After that, we get this dev diary of all these people. They're working on a game. It's like a cat detective game.
Everyone wants to be a cat now.
Yeah, there's like some concept art in it, but like they don't really show anything. Just a lot of talking, which is
a lot of art.
My least favorite part. And then we end on a big one called The Lost Wilds, The Lost Wild?
Just one wild.
Just one wild? I can't tell if it's being cut off or not by the screen. It's a first-person
That's
survival horror.
Oh, is this that dinosaur survival horror?
The dinosaur.
I think I saw a brief trailer for that. I didn't know what the name of it was, though.
People are saying it looks like Phasmophobia. I think it's going to be more like an Outlast or something like that.
Man. I was hoping it was going to be like a Turok.
No, because Turok is like straight up action.
I mean, I know, but like Turok, but like you're not a tough ass.
I don't think I don't think you're getting
saying?
weapons in this game. I think you're straight up stealthy, running from your life.
Like you're in the world of Turok, but
and
you're
shit's
just a
going
wimp
down.
and running around.
You got a player, so you can distract them. But yeah, I don't think you're getting weapons in this game.
No, it's just like
This is straight up Outlast.
it's like it's Outlast meets Jurassic Park.
It looks fucking dope.
It looks sick.
Wishlist on Steam. No consoles announced. No date announced.
I don't think I'll be scared of that game.
But cool. That was what they ended on, though? No, of course not. Maybe, though. Actually, Dino Crisis is...
I mean, not that it's not scary. I'm sure it will be scary, but I don't think I'll be as, like, I'll see a dinosaur being all, like, up close and creepy and shit, and I'll be like, yeah, but that's just a dinosaur. Like, it's not going to affect me as much as, like, that other game you just said.
Dino Crisis?
No, the one, Outlast. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that.
Like that. Just because it's not as real, but it's still going to be pretty intense. It's still going to be crazy. It'll have that, like, Dead Space thriller feel to it.
Yeah.
Except you can't attack.
After that, later in the week, or yesterday, this week, Pokemon had their Pokemon Presents and showed off a bunch of new things to old games, along with a new trailer getting in-depth look of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. They talked about Worlds, the World Championship, where they will be adding Pokemon Go, which is cool. It'll be the first time Pokemon Go is in Worlds. It takes place in London this year. so that's exciting. We got some world shit. Yeah. There was something else that was getting announced. Oh, Pokemon Unite. The League of Legends is being added as well into Worlds this year.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that'll be dope. After that, they talked about Pokemon Go Fest. They showed off the trophy, which is a really pretty trophy. Alright, cut to that. Maybe? Nope, never mind. Pokemon Go Fest this year is in Japan. But of course, the last day of Pokemon Go Fest, they have like a huge event that's all around the world where you can catch Pokemon. There's like lore reasons, blah blah blah. Not super interesting, but they also announced that there'll be daily incense that'll last for 15 minutes.
Oh wow,
that's cool.
Yeah.
They announced a whole bunch of new Pokemon and outfits for Pokemon Unite. And a whole bunch of dates with the new Pokemon coming out, of course. And they announced a Pikachu Day. Everything's Pikachu.
Hell yeah.
You got all of the Pikachus. Buzzwole Day. Along with other days, like for Tyranitar and stuff like that. After that, they did Masters EX, announcing the 3-year anniversary thing with, of course, showing off one of the greatest battles in gaming history of you get to the end of Sword and Shield, you've gone through the Johto region, you've gone through fucking Hoenn, and you fucking get to the top of the mountain and you fight Ash, or Red himself, with his Pikachu on top of the mountain. It's like super high level. They announced Trainer Lodge that you can design and everything like that, and more other things. I assume that battling Red and all of those. After that, they announced that Mewtwo has a tummy ache, and he's coming to Cafe Remix because he's hungry. So you gotta feed Mewtwo. And a whole new thing to get Mewtwo on your Cafe Remix team, along with Victini is another new Pokemon that they're adding.
I didn't even realize there was this many different Pokemon games.
Yeah, this is it's kind of like a match 3, but it's not exactly that. It's like a match different things, and you mix all the Pokemon heads up, and then you gotta do a certain combos to make certain things. That'd be cool. Whatever. People like that game. After that was the big boy, of course. They had this weird trailer with this professor giving this speech of introducing the world of Scarlet and Violet. And your new legendaries, which are also motorcycle boat planes.
Nice. Why not?
Because why not? They're also dragons. So
okay.
There's that. Before this guy gave his speech, they announced that the game will have no voice acting. So it's really funny that this dude's having a whole voice acted scripted scene. The first time I saw this game, I thought it looked really bad.
Yeah.
Not from a gameplay perspective. Pokemon's Pokemon. I'm always going to have fun playing Pokemon. But, the first trailer that they showed was, super framey, low fidelity.
Yeah.
It just looked like there was a haze on it. It still kind of has that, because we need a new Switch. We need a Switch too, because things are definitely look like they're taking a hit, but also Pokemon's always has been behind on shit.
Yeah.
So it could just be a Pokemon thing. Breath of the Wild looks fucking great. Mario games look great. Pokemon is the most profitable company of all time. and their games look like ass for some reason. Pokemon TCG.
I mean, that trailer looks better than
Yeah, right.
the game.
Yeah, it's insane. I would argue that some of the Pokemon Go Pokemon look better than what they do in the game.
Yeah, like this game kind of reminds me of like a PlayStation 2 like Final Fantasy or something.
Yeah.
You know, or not PlayStation 2, like PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, like Final Fantasy 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of looks like to me.
A big thing that bothers me with these games is that they have bold black outlines on things.
Yeah.
But the Switch can't handle the frame rate on some of the textures or the fidelity on some of the textures sometimes. So the black lines will like pop in and out. And it bugs the fuck out of me when I watch Pokemon footage.
That's obnoxious.
Yeah. But every Pokemon game has a gimmick. Patrick's not a Pokemon fan like I am. Patrick really doesn't know about anything about Pokemon.
Yeah.
But every game they have like a gimmick where the Pokemon do something new. They had last year was VMAX, or last generation was VMAX, where they turned into like big giant versions of themselves. They had like Mega Evolutions, which was like another evolution form where they get all crazy monster looking.
Yeah.
And then
so this one they turn into cars.
No, that's just the legendaries or motorcycle dragons for some reason.
Oh, okay.
The new gimmick this time is crystal hats that turn your Pokemon into crystal versions. I think they're fucking hideous.
Yeah.
I think they look so bad.
Oh yeah. They just added like a weird like gloss
and like this giant ass fucking hideous hat on top of the Pokemon.
It reminds me of those like your grandmother's brooch, not your grandma, but just a grandma in general, you know.
Or like the crystal figures that you would see in a glass counter over next to the cheap jewelry in Macy's or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, they show off those
very
stupid
much
fucking hats.
It's like they're trying to go for a very old audience. I don't know. Oh wow, that was
Paldea is the name of the new zone, by the way. I didn't say that. And then you got your names of them.
But there's only 2? I thought you usually get to choose 3 Pokemon.
No, so the legendaries, there's always the 2 versions, right?
Oh, legendaries. Those aren't the starter ones.
No.
Okay.
No, those are your legendaries. You have your 2 main legendaries for your 2 different versions, and then usually the next year they have another version that has both inside of them, and then the third big legendary has like a story to tie it all in together. With Sword and Shield they didn't do that. They just ended up having expansions.
Yeah, they had the Sword and Shield dog.
Yeah, the Calyrex or whatever the name of it is.
Yeah.
Was the third one. Yeah, usually that would be a third game separately, but I mean it's the modern day, so they went the route of DLC,
right?
Which has its benefits and its non-benefits. But yeah, well, they actually did like 2 expansions. So they had like another one that had the 2 panda bears that do karate.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, they showed off a bunch of what the new zone looks like. They showed off the characters that don't talk. Why don't they have voice acting? It's 2023, for some reason they don't.
Right.
They just showed off...
Do the Pokemon at least have voices and noises and stuff? Like they say their names or whatever?
No.
Wow.
No, they still have like the MIDI cries from like the Game Boy.
Oh. Huh.
This is Pooper. It's a Wooper. but he has the Paldean form, so for some reason, instead of being blue, he's brown.
Oh, poor guy.
So people have started calling him Pooper.
Oh.
They showed off this little donut dog.
Yeah.
Fido.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
He's a cutie.
Fido.
Sea Titan.
Yep.
Whatever the fuck that ice seashell thing is. And those are your 3 starters. You got Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley.
It was a cat, a duck, and an apple dinosaur.
Yeah, you got Weed Cat, Lava Dino, and Water Duck with a pompadour.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm excited for the new Pokemon. It's like, I don't know. Oh yeah, they showed off that little pig dude.
Lechonk?
Lechonk. Yeah, that's his name. Oh yeah, go back to the crystals. Let's see. The grass form hat is this stupid flower.
It's a whole bouquet. How do they keep their heads up?
You got the fire form.
Heck yeah, look at that. You got the whole Sleeping Beauty.
The water
chandelier. Yeah, they look pretty crazy.
And the normal type was that giant ass diamond. I hate it so much.
That's it's pretty intense.
Terrestrialize? You got the flying form. It's a bunch of balloons.
The normal is just a diamond.
Yeah,
it's just a straight up diamond.
A diamond ring. And
wow.
there's not different ones for different Pokemon. It's just like those set ones.
Oh, it's just the element and that's
here's a whole bunch of Pokemon wearing stupid hats.
Right.
They're going to change into their special forms.
It's not even mysterious at that point either. It's like, oh, okay, now you're representing the water crown. Like, we know what's coming.
Yeah, so the point of these is that they're supposed to boost certain moves, and
right.
They will also change the type of Pokemon.
Yeah, so they're not limited to just being a water Pokemon or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And assuming that would also change weaknesses and stuff like that as well. So the concept is really cool, especially competitively. But
yeah.
Boy, does it fucking look ugly. But it's Pokemon, so, I mean...
It's like they tried to take the idea of those special cards and make them into the game. Like
yeah.
The special, like the shiny cards, they all...
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It's like... yeah.
Like, how can we... Because they're like, oh, well, they love those shiny cards. How can we give it to them...
In the game.
Let's give them some stupid hats.
Yeah, let's give them hats. Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Mortuary Assistant.
That looks nuts.
Yeah,
I want to watch that later.
Yeah, it's a really cool first-person horror game that just...
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, the
Joker
already,
2
teaser trailer just dropped 51 minutes ago.
Are they really doing that?
I guess so.
Heck yeah. Well, that's not a game. We'll enjoy that at our own time.
The other things that I pulled up, I pulled up some news stories. They're on my phone. First, Hogwarts Legacy character customization and new cutscene footage revealed.
Oh yeah, when's that out?
It was on Twitter. Basically, it's basically just a cinematic that got put on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Go watch that in your own time. It's just like a story cinematic. It's 40 seconds long, and then some screenshots of what the character customization looks like. I'm not gonna put them on screen, but yeah, it's not like anything.
I mean, I don't feel like they're not gonna bring anything new to the table.
No, but we were talking about how all the stupid outfits in the game and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's only gonna multiply
yeah.
as the game goes too.
Yeah,
500 fashionable British attire and
get 30 different top hats or whatever. So
I hope so.
That happened this morning. What else? The Tactics Ogre Reborn trailer.
That game looks really cool.
That announcement.
I wish I had played that before in my life. So now I'm gonna have to play it for the first time.
Where is it? It was down here somewhere. Did I look? Anyways, I don't need to pull it up. It's it got announced. It's releasing this November. Tactics Ogre is it's from 1995. Is a Square Enix tactics game like Final Fantasy Tactics. People have been asking for a remake of it for a very long time. It's finally getting that remake, which is exciting. 2 Point Campus launched today. That's 2 Point Hospital's second game. That'll be dope. The trailer for Sherlock Holmes: The Awakened, which is I think a remake of an old Sherlock Holmes Cthulhu game. I'm not completely sure. Maybe it's just a straight up new Sherlock Holmes game. Either way, that looked cool.
Sherlock Holmes games are fun.
Yeah, they're all fine. They're average, like 7s, 7 out of 10s.
Yeah, I wouldn't give them to someone as a gift.
Yeah, all those old FMV games from back in the day just got remade as well, or
really?
updated and put on PC recently. They were all on sale for super cheap. The big thing news-wise, MPDs happened over the last week. I don't have anything for MPDs pulled up. But we'll talk about MPDs monthly. That's basically just what games have sold best this month. This week, the quarterly MPDs got released, so hardware sales over the last quarter and stuff like that. Pretty much everything is down. People are going back outside. Inflation, people are spending less money. Everything's down. Digital's up over physical. That's about it. That was the gist of it. Things are still very hard to buy right now. Production lines are still down.
Yeah.
A report came in as well today. Tencent wants to expand its empire by becoming Ubisoft's biggest shareholder. This is by Ethan Gach at Kotaku. Tencent appears to be doubling down on its investment in Ubisoft while it already owns 5% of the Assassin's Creed publisher. Reuters now reports the Chinese mega conglomerate with huge investments throughout the gaming industry has its sights on becoming Ubisoft's single biggest shareholder. Its plan for achieving that? Pay double what the stock is worth and buy some of it directly from the Guillemot family. So basically what they want to do is be like, hey, Eve, just take some of that stress off your shoulders. Ubisoft is not in the best standing right now in people's eyes. A lot of people think you guys are just doing the same thing. You're just an Assassin's Creed machine. You guys keep putting out things, and they're misses. You had the NFT thing. There's all of this shit about sexual harassment and stuff over the decades of Ubisoft thing. Ubisoft is in some hot water right now.
Yeah.
Tencent wants to take advantage of that and basically be like, hey Eve, here's a couple $1 billion or whatever worth of cash. Hand over some of those shares. We'll take 20% or whatever.
Right.
They don't want to take all of it. They just want to take most of it.
Yeah.
But also Tencent is a very bad company. So there's two ways to feel about that. Yeah. I'm not going to get in on why the Chinese mega conglomerate Tencent is a bad company. But But yeah. So Ubisoft is not a bad company. I mean, I don't work for Ubisoft or anything like that, of course. Um, but they're just in hot water. They just need to have a little fixer up, you know?
Right.
Tencent is fucking Satan.
Yeah.
Himself. So, yeah. I mean, this isn't the first time that Tencent's tried by Ubisoft. A couple years ago, Tencent was doing a hostile takeover against Ubisoft, trying to have it buy a massive amount. I think it was like 30% or something like that. And then Ubisoft ended up getting saved by like some teachers in Canada, but some shares or some more shares. They had already owned like 9%, and they bought like a few more shares or whatever to like nudge them out of hostile takeover zone. I don't have the full extent of that story in front of me, but yeah, that happened a while ago. So this isn't the first time Tencent has tried to do this with Ubisoft specifically.
Yeah.
So I find that interesting.
Really want them.
Yeah. What else? Frogun got released today. Frogun is a cute little indie game that people were talking about. And pull up the giant bomb footage of them playing it, or Dan playing it. Where you play as a girl with a frog hand gun thing that is a grappling hook.
Oh.
So you use to get over these 3D. I guess fuck these ads. Yeah, that got released today. I'm pretty sure people were playing it. Soul Hackers 2 previews got released today, so go get your SMT news on that. We got a trailer for Hooked on You, which is cool. The Dead by Daylight dating sim. Yeah, it looks really cool. Of course, it's a 15-second ad before it. That looks cool. Sea Thieves getting an update. There was something else that I saw. Oh, with the Dead by Daylight news of the dating sim, they also announced their other new game, Build... Fuck. It's like Build Repeat something.
Build fuck.
Build... Anyways, I don't. It's really hard to look up a game that you don't know the name of.
Very sure.
it looks like it's like a user generated map dungeon Doom clone thing. You build like your Doom dungeons and then you run through them and then you can go to other people's levels and stuff like
that's
that.
cool.
Yeah, it seems cool.
If you're especially like if you're in that like into that thing.
Yeah,
that's a cool little niche.
Yeah, the way you create these levels is like you're in like a spaceship, and it's really hard to explain, but it seemed all right. It's not my kind of game. I'm not really into making my own things.
Yeah.
But
you know what? I was always
some other people's levels.
My favorite level creator is Tony Hawk level creator.
Really?
I love creating levels in Tony Hawk. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was mostly just I would just purposely make things that like had the best combos. Like it was mostly just grind rails and stuff. So it was just like never ending grinding and stuff.
Yeah, when the remake came out, I pointed at the wall because I think it's on the wall. When the remake came out, they of course had the user level generated things, so you can download people's levels. And of course with that comes those things where it's grind combos and stuff, and people were making like full out roller coasters and stuff like that.
Yeah, some of those are sick. Some of them were just like, just a pit, and there's spikes, and then that's the whole level. But some of those are
it's ridiculous.
Really cool.
So much fun though. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. That's really all the news I have. what was the other thing? Oh, Rollerdrome got announced that it was being sunsetted, or not Rollerdrome. Fucking the Roller Champions. The other speaking of Ubisoft, the roller skating roller derby game announced that it was getting sunsetted. And then it got announced that it wasn't getting sunsetted by the developers. They were like, no, that's definitely not happening. We're continuing with it. But it seems like the rumor is that, hey, what they specifically said is, hey, we're continuing on with Season 3 as planned. It seems like the rumor is that after Season 3 there won't be any more major updates or anything like that. And they'll quietly kill that game. Another Ubisoft multiplayer game that didn't work. I think Hyperscape was the other one that they canceled or they shut down recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you had a couple of other games over the last year or so that are either in hot water development wise or came out and were garbage, like Rainbow Six Extraction.
Yeah.
They had that mobile game that I think got canceled that was like greatest hits of characters, and it was like a tactics mobile game thing.
Oh, yeah.
It was like Tom Clancy's Legends or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I think the Tom Clancy name got dropped from it, so they had to called it something else, like Ubisoft Legends or something. That got canceled. What else? Yeah, they had Extraction came out. Prince of Persia, of course. That remake has been in development hell. And yeah.
I liked Prince of Persia.
Yeah, well, they plan on remaking the first one, and for some reason it's taken like 8 years or whatever. It hasn't been that long, but it's been definitely like over 4 years now.
Yeah. The Sands of Time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that remake announcement.
Yeah, and then they showed it off and it looked real bad.
Yeah.
And then it was made by Ubisoft India or something like that, and then now it's not. I think it's Montreal now. It's going to be behind that. Apparently Beyond Good and Evil 2, though, is still coming. So there's that. They do have Mario Rabbids, the second one, or Sparks of Hope. That's coming out in November. That'll probably do fine. The first one was good, so I assume the second one will be fine, or at least, if not good. They had another game that's been... Oh, Skull and Bones is finally coming out in November, but that game has been in fucking hell and back over the last decade.
Oh, yeah. It looks cool.
Yeah, it looks fine. It's just that boat combat.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you gotta really want to be a pirate to endure that.
Yeah, like, spend $70 on boat.
Right. Yeah, it's
very, the rumor is, I don't think it's been confirmed because legally they can't confirm it, but the rumor is that they have accepted funding by the Singapore government and they have to put that game out under contract.
Wow.
So, like, no matter what, they have to get that game out.
Singapore really wants their pirate game.
Well, yeah, because, like, they wrote a contract to, like, employ people in Singapore and, like, create economy there and stuff like that. So, they have to put that game out.
I see. That's intense.
Yeah. Apparently that's the case. But that's not that happens all the time. Like, studios get grants from the government.
Right.
You get tax write-offs for being an art studio in some places and stuff like that too. It's not a secret. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't really have anything to say else than that. I don't really have any other news topics. Any other games you're playing? Anything else you want to
I started playing Multiverses.
Oh, yeah.
That just came out.
Yeah, that's right.
That's been pretty cool. You only get 3 characters. I literally just played it, just started this morning. So, I got through most of the tutorial. There was one tutorial that I can't. It won't let me do. So I got to figure out. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I've pressed every button. I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know if that prohibits me from unlocking anything else. I imagine it does because when you complete the basic tutorial, you unlock some stuff, and that's part of the advanced. So there's still just like this one exclamation point on the level, but every time I go to do it, I can't complete it. But besides that, it's fun. It's another Smash game. So you get Finn, Superman, and Wonder Woman. I think are the three beginners. You get to practice with Shaggy, but I don't think he's one of the playable characters at the moment. But they said something about rotating monthly or something, like free rotation. So I imagine it'll be like, League of Legends or something. You'll eventually get to play all the characters, even if you don't unlock them all. But you only have like one or two that are free all the time or something.
I wonder if
unless you buy them all because you have to get the
yeah,
whatever the name of the coin is.
Yeah, I wonder how much it is to buy them all. I think somebody said it was like $150 to buy everything.
Yeah, and I'm sure over time that's completely worth it. And like I said, since it's going to be on a constant rotation, you can kind of figure out, like, if you really like the character, hopefully before you buy it. Unless you're just dedicated to collect them all, of course. But, even with, like, Apex Legends, like, you can buy them all if you put the money into it. Or you can just level up and eventually get the currency in game to
those
do it.
characters are expensive, right? Those are like $20 a piece, right?
Yeah, they're a little pricier if you don't like wait to get the currency just by upgrading or whatever, or leveling up. Yeah. Everything's pricey on that game though. Even the skins, like one skin is $20.
Yeah, I've heard that. Apex isn't my game either, but
yeah,
I know, of course, you and Ty, one of our other friends, play it. Yeah, that's cool. I want to play Multiverses. It looks interesting, even if I don't get into it super hard. I at least want to give it a try, especially it being free. Like, why not? It's like the Game Pass thing. It's here. Might as well.
And it's like playing Smash, but I'm even more attached to the characters because I didn't grow up with a lot of the Nintendo games. So like I play Smash, but it's just like I know some of the characters only through that game. I've never even played their like OG games. Whereas like this, almost all the characters, one way or the other, you've seen the show. That they're not all games. You've seen the show or whatever, and
that's kind of the cool thing of like
it's cool.
Like, what's the like games with collaboration games or whatever. Is that you just get introduced to these characters and you might not know where they're from, so hopefully that entices you to go play. Like, I know people who learned about Earthbound and stuff like that because of Smash Bros. And went to go play Earthbound or Final Fantasy VII or Metal Gear or like Pokemon. It's a really cool thing that especially with kids nowadays, and like a lot of kids aren't gonna know Fire Emblem or any of those games, so it gives them a chance to be like, what's that, and look it up and then play it. That's always cool. And because I know also a lot of the WB characters, I do want to go check that out. I know there's that one dog lightning thing character that's like a unique character to the game. It's like a dog reindeer. That has lightning powers or whatever.
Yeah, that one's pretty neat. That one you don't get to play.
No.
For I think you can play. You might be able to play any of them in.
I think
the like training. I think
or free for all. I think you can have like couch multiplayer.
Maybe that's another way. Like I said, I haven't fully explored yet. But
I was watching the Allies play and they had all the characters.
Oh, word.
And they were just playing through. I'm pretty sure they had all the characters. Maybe I was wrong.
It would make sense that you could have them in free for all because you wouldn't want just two of the same.
Yeah.
But I think like in the versus modes or whatever, it's more limited. I don't know. I'll do more exploring. I'm sure I'll play it again today even.
Yeah, I mean, you only played it a couple hours, of course. So.
Right.
And we'll have new stuff to talk about next week for it. I'll hopefully play a couple of other games this week.
I beat Stray from last week.
Yeah, we talked about that. Is that?
I didn't beat it last week, but I actually beat it this time. Yeah, I was still trying to beat it.
Hell yeah.
And now I did.
Yeah.
And same review, I guess. It's a 7 to me. 6, 7, like it's maybe like a low 8, like a 7.9. I don't know. Like,
yeah.
It's exciting being a cat to the very end. There are moments where you're like, this is cute. I love being a cat, you know? But overall, the story didn't quite... I wasn't feeling it just because, like, to me, I was playing as a cat.
Yeah.
And I didn't care what was going on to the other characters in the story.
Right.
I was just like, I want to go see my cat family.
Yeah, I want to go.
I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there. I don't really care about your suffering. You know? Because it's all robots. So it's like...
Yeah.
You know, and I get it. Like, that's whatever. But, like...
It's like a detachment.
It was still fun. It was a little glitchy. There were a couple moments where, like, things happened that, you know, shouldn't have or whatever. But, like, it was also... Like, it was very linear for as open as it seemed. Like, it was very, like...
Interesting.
You kind of almost knew where to go next. Maybe not linear. Maybe that's not a good word. Maybe it's just very good at directing you. But, like... I never got very lost. Even, like, as big as a couple of the levels were. Like, it was good. Yeah. Maybe it was just good. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it was just good at directing you. But, like, I found... like everything in my first playthrough. Like the only time I had to go back was like I had to get you have to like die 9 times. So I had to go back and get that trophy. And I got locked. That's another thing is that you get locked out of certain areas. So like I did have to go back to find a memory that was like hidden or whatever. But a lot of this stuff, it's like even like the hidden stuff isn't like hidden, you know.
No. Yeah. That's not the first time I've heard that. I feel like I've heard that from multiple people across multiple shows I listen to and stuff like that. Where people have brought up, like, that not being a problem, but just being something that they notice of, like, hey, this game is super linear and, like, it's not holding your hand, but it kind of feels like it is, just like funneling you through the whole thing.
Right, funneling. That's a good, right. You always kind of feel like, even in some parts where it feels really big, you don't feel like it's still kind of like, you're going this way.
Yeah, and it's not like
some of it's too convenient. Like, there's a couple parts where there's like a bucket on a chain and it like takes you to another rooftop or something. And it's like, it almost, like, it's like, what else would that be for but this cat? Yeah. Why is this installed here other than my transportation that, and I didn't exist before I entered this realm, you know? So it's like, there were a couple parts like that where you're like, why? Like, this isn't, they weren't shipping, it's not like they were shipping things back and forth in this bucket or something. Like, it was just just for convenience of getting to the next area or whatever. And which I thought was weird because they did a lot of good things that I thought were creative to get from place to place. So I thought there were a couple times where they did that where I was like, well, why, you know?
Yeah, why did you break
like there needs to be something, that's little. But and then at the end I feel like they kind of hinted at a number 2, which is like
I heard that.
A little arrogant. I'm like, you don't know if you're going to be that good yet, cat game, okay?
Interesting.
And also, do we want a number 2? Sure, it was fun, but what are you going to introduce now? How much more of a cat can I be in the next one? You know, like, what else are you going to do?
What new cat mechanics?
Yeah, are you going to introduce combat? Can I finally whip out the claws, you know? Like, am I going to... Because that's really all you're missing is, like, you know, hunting. Or unless they introduce multiplayer, which I guess I don't want to spoil the ending.
I don't know if I would like that though, especially with how funnily it is.
Yeah. It would. Yeah. I don't know. It's beautiful though. It looks
Yeah.
great. The
Yeah.
world, all the different areas and stuff. And there's at one point where it has like this. I forgot the name of it, but there's that. It's like there's like eyeballs on the wall at one point in the game, and it has like that like creepy, like just scary game type moment, Yeah, like a PT. I was trying to think of that new game that just came out where you're like in like a hellscape and you're trying to fucking escape and everything's just made of flesh in the walls and shit. Maybe that's Doom. No, I don't know.
Right.
Either way, it had that for a moment. I was like, "Oh, this is like that," but then it never really intensified. It was just that one,
Yeah.
like some eyeballs type shit. No further explanation really. But
Yeah, it's still like a children's game, right?
yeah,
Yeah, I
still
think it's like
maintained
8-10.
that. Yeah,
Yeah. I'm cool. Hell yeah, dude. Beating games, completing games. I want to finish Tony Hawk. It seems like this game's longer than the others, but
yeah.
I feel like it can't be too much longer. So I want to finish that. I'd like to play something new, or something old, just something fresh.
Something blue.
Something that I haven't played before.
Yeah.
Along with, I want to beat Elden Ring. So
Yeah, same.
I gotta.
I'm way. I'm so far.
Yeah.
So far back. I'm not even close to where you are, and you're still got a minute.
Yeah, I just got to. I'm a little bit into a place called Azula.
Yeah.
And yeah, I still have like probably another 40 hours to go. Which time is nothing. I love that game. I just haven't picked it back up since I put it down, which is unfortunate because I love Souls.
Right.
So I will finish that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all the stories I have today. That's all the games that I've played.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
Non-video game related, but Pokemon related, I guess TCG wise, is that the Happy Meal toys are out. So Pokemon packs are back at McDonald's.
Oh, nice.
So I will
That'd be cool.
buying Pokemon
Oh, yeah.
Happy Meals for the next month or two.
Nice.
Eating as many Happy Meals as I can.
Well, let me know. We'll make McDonald's runs together.
Hell yeah.
Not for the car. I just like McDonald's, but
Hell yeah. Well, we should go to the gas station after this. I didn't go to the gas station. But anyways, we can leave it there. We'll be back next week.
Hell yeah.
With Praise the Run, episode 2. It's been fun. I'm Ben,
I'm
the
Patrick.
MrBenShow. Yeah. It's been fun, guys. It's been real. Peace out, Coach Cats. Bye.
See you.